Hi, my name is Allison McGrath, and today I'm going to be talking about the integumentary system. This is the sheet of paper I'm going to be using. There's nothing on the back. So, starting off, what is the integumentary system? This system is comprised of the skin, which is known as the cutaneous membrane, and all of its derivatives, which include the hair, nails, and glands, and these are called the accessory systems. All of these play a vital role in the protection of the organism and maintaining homeostasis in the organism, and this is mainly done by acting as a barrier between the external and the internal environment of the organism. So today we're going to be focusing mainly on the skin and the skin's different layers, which can be known as the epidermal layer, the dermal layer, and the hypodermal layer. Starting with the epidermis, it can be subdivided into 5 different layers, which are known as the stratum corneum, the stratum lucidium, the stratum granulosum, the stratum spinosum, and the stratum basal, and that's going from top down. Overall, the epidermal layer is responsible for the protection of the dermal layer, and this protection can be from physical trauma or from chemicals in the external environment. The epidermal layer is also responsible for controlling any permeability of molecules through the skin, as well as permeability of water through the skin in accordance with homeostatic laws. Additionally, this epidermal layer can act as a barrier to pathogens. Actually, the skin is commonly known as a first line of defense in the immune response. And this layer also contains different sensory receptors, which are responsible for feeling pain, touch, as well as detecting different temperatures. There are also 4 different cell types that are in this epidermal layer, which are known as keratinocytes, melanocytes, Merkel cells, and Langerhans cells. Below the epidermal layer is the dermal layer, which can also be subdivided, and it can be subdivided into 2 layers known as the papillary and the reticular layer. The papillary layer is best known to act as a structure as well as nourishing the epidermal layer, which is right above it. And then the reticular layer, which is below the papillary layer, has various different responsibilities. One of these is controlling pathogen spread, so this means that any pathogens that do make it through the epidermal layer, this reticular layer is responsible for limiting the spread of those pathogens. It also plays a role in lipid storage, and it has very similar sensory receptors to those that are found in the epidermal layer, with the addition of vibrational sensory receptors. And it also contains thermoregulating blood vessels. And then the final layer is a hypodermal layer, which is right below the reticular layer of the dermal layer of the skin. And this contains the subcutaneous layer. And this layer is mainly responsible for connections of the skin to deeper tissues. So lastly, I'm going to be talking about clinical applications for someone who wants to have a future as a practicing physician assistant, and how knowledge of the skin would be applied to different situations. So, for example, if you're a physician assistant and you specialize in dermatology, it would be really important to know that the most deadly cause of skin cancer is found in malignant melanomas, which arise in melanocytes that have undergone various cancerous mutations. So it would also be important to know that these malignant melanomas / melanocytes cells are found in the basal layer of the epidermis, and this knowledge could be used during biopsy of the particular skin layer, as well as when looking at the sample through a microscope to know just where to be looking and what exactly to be looking for in order to determine whether that patient does have a skin cancer or whether they do not. And that is all I have today. Thank you very much.